Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and this is Astroneer episode 10. That is crazy that we've been doing this for 10 episodes now, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we do have a pretty crazy episode planned for today, so I want to go ahead and I want to activate the core of the planet. So obviously if you did miss last week's episode or the previous episode, we did activate the gateway on the surface of the planet, I would believe it's a North Pole one, and that's pretty cool, but we got to activate the core of the planet as well. So I'd like to go do that next, but the biggest problem is after I activate the core of the planet, there's not a whole lot of ways back up to my base, other than just transporting to the gateway. And so because of that, I'd like to run a rail line from my base to the gateway. That'll make it really easy for one, transporting Astronium, and two, just getting back home from the gateway after I activate the center chamber. So let's go ahead and look into see what like a railroad and all that stuff cost. So for a start, a rail engine is 1 resin, 1 aluminum, and 1 copper, and it's only 1,000 bytes. Then a rail car is 2 resin, 1 aluminum, and is only 1,500 bytes, so that one's not too bad. A rail station right here. Titanium, copper, and quartz. That one's not too bad, so we'll definitely need that. Both of them are 750, and one's... Okay, so that's not too bad either. I think I'm going to go with the tall rail post bundle for right now. It's 1 resin, 1 aluminum, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I'll start with the rail station. That's 2 titanium, 1 copper, and 1 quartz. So we've got 1 quartz, 1 copper, I believe 2 titanium right here. Yep, there we go. Rail station. Alrighty, while that loads, let's go ahead and look at what else we need. So we're going to need the rail bundles, which I believe was 1 aluminum, 1 resin. 1 resin, 1 aluminum, yeah, so... I know we have aluminum. Yeah, here's 1 aluminum. We're going to need a few of these bundles. So I'll just go ahead and grab that to make right now. But we might be out of resin, which would kind of suck. It does look like we are out of resin, but I think we're going to go ahead and grab some resin out of this for right now. And I'd like to grab some more aluminum, because we definitely are in need of it. So, okay, let's go ahead and just run to the mine and get a backpack full of aluminum real quick. I also better go ahead and feed Mr. Sniffles here too. While I'm at it. Oh, the achievement just sold me out. That's the first time I've ever fed Mr. Sniffles. Ooh, there's some aluminum. Ooh, there's also an exo thing here. Cool. Okay, let's grab this aluminum. Alrighty, so it looks like we filled up our backpack here. Not as much as I would have liked, but it is pretty good for right now. And it looks like we're about to suffocate, so... Gotta figure out... Right here. Here it is. Alrighty, so we made it back up to the surface. Now we can go ahead and get some of this aluminum smelted. I think we're going to need a lot of it, so we're probably going to have to go... Ooh, more resin. We'll definitely use the resin here. We'll probably have to go get some more resin here in a little bit. Come on, don't do this to me. There we go. I'll have to get some more resin here in a little bit, but for right now, that'll have to do. Let's go ahead and get this smelted. Okay, so before we do get the rails actually like printed, we'll go ahead and look at the engine. So it's 1 resin, 1 aluminum, and 1 copper. So we actually just got back from doing that. So here is 1 resin, 1 aluminum, and I believe we have a copper. Copper right here, yeah. So let's go ahead and get that printed real quick. And while that's printing, we can go ahead and get a rail station set up. I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and put this like right over here. So I'm gonna go and extend out my base here just a little bit, my platform. Bam! Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Nice and like in the ground. Came out pretty well. Let's go ahead and get this guy plugged in too. And then we can take our platform here as well to connect our platform to power. So now we do need some rails as well. I do need to get the second rail car, but we'll do that in here in a little bit. First up, we're actually going to make just like the tall rails or whatever they're called. 1 resin and 1 aluminum. Tall rail bundle. Oh, they're right here. Gosh, okay. So we got that printed. I can do something like this. And now we have a rail. Pretty cool. Okay, so that was our last rail post, but look at this. We can go ahead and call our car over now. And while that's coming, I'm going to grab some more resin because we're going to need it. And look at that. Our rail car made it. So now we can go ahead and drive back, which we're kind of going backwards, but that's not a big deal. But we got a railroad track here now, which is pretty cool. Bring us right from our base. We're going to go ahead, we're going to print off another rail bundle so that we can get from our base all the way to the gateway, which would be pretty dang cool. Alrighty, so we got our tall rail post here printed, so let's go ahead and go back to the end of our rails and finish it off. And there we go, our rail goes all the way to the gateway. That is pretty dang cool. So now, I do think that we can go ahead and we can get ready to go to the core of the planet. And let's start preparing to head to the core. So we don't need our small trumpet horn that we accidentally made. And we shouldn't need the rail posts right now. So we'll go ahead and set that back. We will... Ooh, actually I don't think we need Mr. Sniffles either. I love Mr. Sniffles. But just in case if I die, I'm going to leave Mr. Sniffles here, just so he's safe. But we do need 2 quartz, because, actually I'll explain that once we get down to the core, why we need it. But then we're going to need some resin just for some oxygen, because we're going to need to get all the way down to the core, of course. So let's go ahead and make some oxygen filters. It's weird. I'm going to go ahead and print my other train car here real quick, I think. What does that take? 2 resin and 1 aluminum. Wow, I'm using all my resin here. Okay, that's 2 resin and 1 aluminum. So what this should allow me to do, I believe, by printing this, is it should allow me to send the rail car without actually having to drive it. So if I go ahead and put this guy right here, yeah, and so that'll go ahead and that'll be waiting for me at the gateway. So now I can just dig straight down all the way to the core and okay, yeah, so let's just go ahead and dig straight down. We just happened to go all the way down. Nope, no, we made it. Here it is. Look at that. Look how huge this is. I got plenty of oxygen, so like look how deep, like how much of a fall that is. That is how much of this like world has yet to be explored. It's crazy. There's this entire like cave layer of just mushrooms. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to stop and point that out. Let's go ahead and keep on going down. I think I can kind of just ride the wall down here. What is this thing? Why is it like that? What is this? Mysterious mushroom can be destructed with explosives or recycled into scrap. That's really weird. I want to, like... We're going to have to make a trip to the mushroom layer here in a minute, because I've never seen that before in my life. Let's keep on... Ooh, we're almost out of oxygen. We'll put some more oxygen, and then we're going to keep on going down. And now we're going to have to attach our drill mod, because the layer between the core is really hard rock, and we can't drill through it with a normal drill. And here it is, the last cave layer before the core. Now, I am looking for a big purple tower kind of beacon thing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to fall. I'm going to die. I'm going to die right here. Oh, I'm just falling. What is that? What is that purple? Is that all astronium? No way that's all astronium. Jeez, astronium's a really rare resource, and look how much is there. That is crazy. Oh, and here's a big purple beacon. Look how cool that thing is. It alters gravity too, which is kind of cool. We're gonna make one more oxygen filter, and we're going down. Final cave layer, let's go. And here it is, the core. Look at that. The core is super cool. I love the core of the planet here. I'll get another thumbnail here too. Cool. There we go, we made it to the core. Look at this. So, you see each one of these little tower things? Each one of those go all the way up to the surface to one of the beacons. So one of the things we activated on the surface, they all correspond with one of these things in the core here, which is pretty cool. And so I believe what we're going to need to do is run up the side here. And this is why we brought the quartz, because the quartz you can put into here and it activates it. And it gives us a geometric trip arc, I guess. But this is how we activate the core. So we want 2 of these, to be honest. Oh, it's floating. 0 G's. Okay. We do want 2 of these. I'll go ahead and grab this right now. And we're gonna run all the way back up here. This is gonna activate it right now. And there we go. We have activated the core of the planet, which is pretty dang cool. And the cool thing too is now we have another one of these odd stones, which corresponds with all these other ones. And this one we can activate. That's the one we activated on the surface, which is pretty cool. And I'll show you exactly what that is here in a second. But also take note of the dim node over here, cosmic elevation. We'll have to see what that is in the future. Maybe next episode we'll go to that. But for right now, after activating this, it allows you to teleport from the core of the planet all the way back to any of these things that you've activated, which is pretty cool. And now I'm back on the surface, and look at that. Our rail engine is waiting. And we can just ride this all the way back to our base. That worked out very well. And we got the core activated, which is super cool. So, yeah, really happy I could do that. And in the next episode, I think we're going to go and check out the cosmic elevation thing that the thing was pointing out earlier. And I believe I might be able to see it in the sky, too. It's basically an alien satellite in space. And sometimes you can see it in the sky, depending on, like, where you're located. So I'm going to see if I can find it. Anyway, that was pretty dang cool. We got the core, and we're going to have to do something with this extra... Ooh, look at the noise that made. But yeah, we have an extra one of these, and we're going to do something with it. So, really cool, and really excited to see what this thing does. I already know what it does, but you guys don't. So, we'll have to wait and see, but really excited to see how this goes. So that's probably gonna do it for this episode. If you did enjoy, the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.